Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. A little late start to the stream than usual. I know. Running a little late today, but good morning, everybody. All right, so let's check out what's going on. We just had AIXI have some news, so pulling that up right here. They said major contract in the news, so I'm trying to look what major contract is. Engineering. Don't care. Let's see how it's reacting. So AIXI just had news. It is now just on the top gainer list with 600,000 volume, and volume is rolling in, as you guys can see right now. And then we also have a market cap of 63 million, which is very, very, very small, right? So once again, it's not like that small compared to all the SVMH and FOXO and all that stuff. So still nice, still decent, very tradable for us. Can still considered small cap for me. Now, a lot of people do try to trade this chop. I'm not a fan of trading this chop, right? I mean, it depends what your style is, right? So if your style is scalping, this is a great opportunity. If your style is accumulation, really no opportunity to accumulate shares. So anyway, let's check out the top gainers. SVMH. Looks like pennies are pretty hot right now. So let's check out what's going on here. SVMH, first thing first. All right, so I have not charted out today, but 38.49. Not sure why this line is here, but it's here. And it's working pretty well. So let's check out why it's here. 38.49. Okay, that's the candle low plus. Okay, makes sense. As you guys can see, we have a ton of high volume candle rejections here. So taking this candle away, we have this candle right here, which we had a pop at 22, went to 37 and rejected, had a pop, went to 34, rejected pretty big, had a pop, went to 33, rejected. So it looks like this area is just trouble for us. This 34, 35 area. So now we have our high volume key level rejections that are rejecting, right? Super quick. Now we zoom out. This is Webull. So you guys asked me what scanner I'm using. This is Webull right now with the top gainer list. And then in the Discord, we have our custom scanner as well. Right? We have our custom scanner, which tells you all the news, tells you all the top gainers, whatever. So there's a lot more in the Discord, but I also use trade ideas, which is behind my OBS screen. Anyway, so let's take a look at these levels now. So we were looking at high volume rejection levels, right? We see that they're struggling at this level because high volume rejection, struggling at this level, high volume rejection. Now what happens is that we start to make 34 support and then reject at 36.8, grab liquidity over that level. I think that it's too tight to be able to break out here. It looks like a liquidity grab for shorts to me, right? Liquidity grab shorts try to break out. They didn't have buyers didn't have enough power, and shorts came in and you know took all of the liquidity obviously. And now they're gonna control it down, maybe until let's see where would the targets be to add at. Probably this high volume candle right here, which is 8 million shares. So let's draw a zone right here. Right, high volume candles are everything. Okay. So just like that, we would look for rejections here, look for pullback into 31s. So right now it's not like the best setup, right? You don't want to take it here. This is a bad risk to reward trade up here. I would more so like it down to 28. I mean, if we're at 31 and we're targeting 34, that's not bad. But that's not a ton of range, right? That's not like, oh wow, this can explode. So I would want it to consolidate a little bit more in the zone, probably pick at like 28s, 29s, from move back up to 34, 35s. Okay, so that's SVMH. All we did here was mark out high volume key levels. Now let's look. Let's look at the larger time frame. Okay, so if we look at the larger time frame, which is now the quarterly, we have buying pressure at the bottom, which is 29.4. All right. So here's the line 29.42. You guys can see that's a low. And that's where buyers came in, 29.42. So we are respecting that level so far, 29.42. We're going to come back down to 29.42. Like I said, 30 is too high for me. So I'd wait for towards like 29, now like right around, not 31s, but more so like closer to 30. And I know it's not that big of a difference, but when you're day trading and you're trading with size, that precision is actually pretty big. Now what we can do is actually add another line, which is this candle close. So once we make 35 into support, okay, once we make 35 into support, where do we have room until? Just from a level to level perspective, asking you guys. Once we make 35 support, which is this level right here, where do we go? Where do we target? Everyone in chat. Where would we target for price targets? If we're making 35 support from a candle, I mean, where do we have room until? Remember, candle for candle. So if we're using, no one's got it. No one's got it yet. We're going to be targeting 60 cents. No one got it yet. There we go. We're going to be targeting 60 cents. Now, obviously, 40 cents is the first resistance. 50 cents is the first resistance. Obviously, there's resistance on the way. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about where is the stock going to draw to before it dumps? Where do the market makers want the stock to go? That's what you look for, not where's the next resistance at. Look at the bigger picture, see where the stock wants to go to, and then you play with resistance and support in between that, right? Because you know your bias. From a candle, from just level to level perspective, we hold this 29.4, then we reclaim the candle close. Where are we going to go? Next spot, 60 cents. All right. That's not right now though. That's only if we reclaim 35.74 with strength, which is high day. So this is not easy to get. This is not like Mini's saying it's gonna go to 60. No. This is you break out, pull back into 35 after having a high day breakout and then making that move up. Not just some rejection right there. Not a liquidity grab, but more so complete full breakout, not something like this, right? Then we're going to go to 60. We're going to see a breakout, keep going, pull back slowly, make a base at 35, not grab liquidity, but make a nice base and then go. All right. So that's the plan here. Hope it makes sense. Hope it's clear. Looking at the daily gainers. Whatever, SVMH, FOXO. So once again, I have not charted out today, but these lines are here from, I don't know how long ago. last time FOXO ran, I guess. And it comes out probably some intraday support that I marked out. Okay, so this red line is not an intraday support, but in fact, a really, really big resistance line. So you guys can see 18 million shares on this candle, a lot of volume compared to anything else. And then we have a rejection here. So 45, boom. 40, once again, 40, because of this candle, we come to 45, boom, come to 45, tank. This time we candle closed over it, and the next day it went down even harder, right? So there's a ton of sellers up here on this 45 area. Where can we see buyers step in? Where do we see even a potential run on FOXO? I mean, you guys see liquidity grab right here against 45. So I would really, really, really wait for FOXO to come down below 32. You guys know that the thing about this stock is that it likes to run, but it also likes to dump, right? That's your friend. It only dumps because it likes to run, right? So we'll see how it reacts. We'll mark out a few key levels and see how it goes from here. So I'm probably not a huge fan of trading this one because we are backside. We have tons of overhead resistance. So I would only, if I do trade this at 32.9, I would only look for like 35, 36, 37. I wouldn't be looking to like go back to like 40s or 42s just because I know there's so much resistance overhead and there's a lot of it's gonna be a struggle for long. So not really one of my favorites, you could say. All right, MWG, only 218K shares on that volume. 600K selling pressure coming in here. So a lot of shorts and sellers coming in right now. You guys can see that's the highest volume on the day. Let's see if they had news. They did have news, so that's the power of the Discord. You guys can see. They did have news and secure 17.6 million. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is, you know, buying pressure coming in right here. We're gonna mark that out. Mark that out on 42s. Okay. Right now we broke this 5-minute high, which is a liquidity grab. So hopefully back down, target to 42 if they need liquidity. We'll see how it sets up. But hopefully a target back down to 42. Base a little bit before that move up. Now in the meantime, what we'll do is check out the larger time frames as always. So on MVG, we have let's move around the lines a little bit. We had this low at 35, and then we had this candle close at 41. So once 41 holds, where do we have room until? 53 just as resistance, but also main resistance is 58 cents. We have room to 58. Oh, would you look at that? 53 and 58. So not exactly to the T for 58. We might still make a run to that 58, so watch for pullbacks. But you guys can see 53 rejected pretty well. So we'll look for pullbacks down to 41.4. That's our plan on MWG, just pullbacks to 44. We have a 10 million float here. We'll look for that. Okay, that's the simple plan. There's a lot running today. Holy shit. There's so much running today. Like, so much. All right. That being said, because there's so much running today, um, be careful into open. Don't just rush your trades. You want to see where the volume goes, and that's gonna help you out. I'll check out LGVN in a second. You guys can see this, um, order block right here, pop, consolidation, bull flag right before that breakout. So we have leftover buying liquidity here on ONMD, it looks like. So let's see on the larger time frame what's going on here. We know ONMD is a recent, not completely recent, but pretty recent runner. All right, so we're currently at 145. We have room till 160. This is the weekly chart because the monthly didn't give much. Okay. Oh wow, ONMD just went nuts. Right off of our right off our demand. Pretty impressive. I mean, there's so much running today. We'll see what happens. But right into supply right here. We'll see how it holds up. You want to see it have low volume pullbacks in order to make that move up. Now let's check out ONMD. I'm more so just gonna let's see 148, 168. So 148, 168. This is that zone. 147, 148. What a 168. So yeah, from the daily, you guys can see high volume key level 148 holding right here. So we have room back up to 164. Let's see how this level can hold. To be perfect, 147.5. But high volume key level, holding right in front of us. What else is there? Cavill just went nuts. That one, LGVN, 1 second. FBR. All right, so LGVN is a very, very tough stock to trade. It's not an easy one, guys. This is a very, very tough stock to trade. You guys can see it. It loves to trap and squeeze shorts. This is a controlled walk down. They control it, and they make that squeeze. This is like very controlled by market makers. They grab liquidity and make the pop. So as long as we never know when market makers stop playing their games. And they could just completely rug the stock whenever, but we know that market makers are heavy in the stock right now. So look for pullbacks in this demand zone right here, like we just saw on ONMD, where it pull back into this little dip before that massive move up, so that becomes your demand. So you're looking for a pullback on LGVN into 313s, hopefully, which should give a nice trade opportunity. And Cavill is going absolutely retarded on no news. Interesting. Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty nuts. Wonder who pumped that. I think pull back into LGVNs right there are the best. Our AIMD, let's see what we got here. A19. Okay, we got some time. $113 is where we're at. So 113, nothing significant except this high volume candle. Maybe a pullback into like 102. Let's see what happened here. So 102 holds. So we hold this key level right here, high volume, and then we move back up to here, here. All right, so let's see what's going on. AIMD. Pullback on AIMD down to 102 would be great. As you guys can see, I got that level right here from that quarterly chart. What level? I mean, where was that? Not the quarterly, I guess. Was it the monthly? Just picked it up though. Okay, it was the monthly. We got it from the monthly chart, not the quarterly. We picked up that key level from the monthly, and you guys can see tons of buying pressure right here on the low right here. So we're gonna see for trade opportunities right here, and look for a pop up to 305. Right now everyone's talking about Cavill. This is going absolutely nuts on no news. There's no news here. I told you guys there's so much running today. There's so much running today. It's gonna be a tough trading day. Because there's so much running, it's gonna be a tough trading day. SVMH, no holds here. All right, guys. I think that's it for today. I'm about to start setting up my 6 charts to keep eyes on. So what I do is I'll go 6 charts, and then I'll expand this Weeble to the full size. Right now it's compressed for STSS. I'll do it real quick. Let's see. STSS looks like crap, not gonna lie. I mean, like, we sweep below this 31.9. 32 is your literal final support. 31.9, I mean, it looks kind of trash. All right. There's no reason to be playing stuff like this, in my opinion. I think just focus on volume. But there's only 7 minutes left into open, so it's time to dial in. Make sure it's Friday. Don't go crazy, guys. Wait for that. Wait for those 1 to 2 trades set up. And we'll see what we get. So, all right. Peace.